FMU, you're on the air on WFMU East Orange, WXHD Mount Hope worldwide on the World Wide Web at WFMU.org. This is the best show on WFMU, and heading into our final hour. What can I do for you?
Hi. First off, I got to say, Ted Leo's awesome, and I saw him at North 6 before North 6 closed, and they put on such a good show. But I would really like to talk to you about Labyrinth. You ever see that movie with David Bowie?
Labyrinth. That's from like the 80s, right?
Yes, I got to tell you, I think it is the best movie ever created. Because I know you guys were talking about movies and what movies are really bad. But Labyrinth was a movie that is not well respected because a lot of people just don't know about it. But everything in that movie, from start to finish, it's just mind-blowing.
And that's like a Jim Henson movie or something?
It is a Jim Henson movie, and George Lucas was an executive producer.
Wow. What is your name, young man?
My name is Bobby.
Bobby.
And I just wanted to call because I just want people to know about Labyrinth and David Bowie. Plus, David Bowie has that Highline Fest coming up, and I've been thinking about it a lot. And have you ever seen Labyrinth?
Saw it a long time ago.
Well, if I can, I would like to do an impression of one of the characters. His name was Ludo.
Just tell me, Bobby, am I going to regret this?
No, I promise
Seriously.
not. I'm probably going to try my best at doing his voice exact.
Just realize, I saw this movie maybe 22 years ago, along with if anyone in the audience, no one has seen that movie recently, and you're about to do an impression of Ludo, who I have no idea who that is.
Ludo was the big monster, the big hairy monster who Jennifer Connelly saved.
Just do the impression.
Okay, he goes, Ludo, hungry, smell bad.
Hey, that's actually an impression of every character Jim Henson ever did. All he did was go,
a little bit. But I gotta say, Jim Henson was probably one of the best creators in the history of mankind.
Of what kind?
Mankind.
What is mankind?
All man and every man.
What?
And inside the man, outside.
Get off my phone. Now it's getting scary. Guys getting a little too into it. Mankind. Of course that makes sense. You don't know what mankind is? No, I don't, because I'm not nuts. Guy out in Brooklyn watching Labyrinth. He's scaring me. Labyrinth. That was like David Bowie during his worst era ever. He did like that album, which had like Blue Jean on it. The one where he did the cover of God Only Knows. It's called Tonight. Hey, Mike, can you get Tonight by David Bowie from the library? FMU, you're on the air.
Hey, Tom. How are you?
I'm all right. Who's this?
This is Erica.
Where are you calling from, Erica?
Baltimore.
Baltimore, home of the crab cake.
Home of the crab cake. The only place you can get a crab cake.
You like crab cakes?
I do. I'm a big fan.
So what's going on tonight?
All right. So they were talking about Labyrinth, or that guy was talking about Labyrinth. And you mentioned that, that was David Bowie at his worst. And I'm about 27 years old right now. So I saw that movie when I was about 8. And I have to say that I was really scarred by one aspect of that, which was...
Boring?
No, I liked it.
Okay.
No. All right, listen. But David Bowie's
I'm sorry.
package...
Let me listen. Sorry. What's that? I'm listening.
Okay.
As
David
per your
Bowie's
command.
package in that movie completely...
Hey, keep it clean, you toilet mouth. Oh, nothing to do with that. Is that how you do it down in Baltimore? We have class up here. Keep your filth off of my airwaves. Do that on a Baltimore station. And call up, talk about the Orioles. This is David Bowie's version of God Only Knows.
If you should ever leave me, my life would still go on.
I think it's at the wrong speed. Wait, no, it's not.
The world could show nothing to me.
Here's the best part.
So what good would living do me? God only knows what I'd do without you.
Oh, brother. Is this Edward Furlong or David Bowie? Sounds like that Edward Furlong record. You know what? I got a bad feeling about this topic. I might throw a second topic on the table. FMU, you're on the air.
Oh, hey, I was wondering, is your station running?
What?
Is your station running?
Why? Should I go catch it?
Yeah, you should go catch it.
Wow, I actually got to admit, I liked his little sign-off. Boot. Hey, is your station running? Let me see if I can replicate that. Is your station running? There it is. Is your station running? Yes, it is. Well, you better go catch it. No, he had the zero. Oh. Is the guy just learning about that prank? Is your station running? I'm going to adapt. What I'm going to do is take the old, is your refrigerator working? And I'm going to adapt it to the radio station and ask this guy if his station is running. Uh-huh. So he called Mike, said, is your station running to Mike, who's screening calls. And what did you say? Mike said yes, and then he said, you better go catch it. And then he hung up, and then he called back saying he wanted to talk about something different. And then you let him through. I got to say, you're the one with the black eye on this one, Mike. I got to say, that's strike one. And you were going to let him through for that? He said he played one of the goblins in Labyrinth. I guess that's strike two, Mike. That's strike one and two with that guy. That guy should be on that show, The Wedding Crashers. The Real Wedding Crashers. What a fun show. I watched some of that last night. It's so much fun to watch these guys just crash a wedding. It's like, it was the most underwhelming thing I've ever seen. Like, they started like 2 small arguments at the wedding. And then they're like, this wedding has been crashed! Well, no. All you did was be annoying, which happens at every wedding. Oh, wait. Oh, so you were a jerk at a wedding. Oh, wow. That's never happened before. You were the guy talking about inappropriate subjects to people that you don't know at a wedding. FMU, you're on the air.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's going. Who's this?
You know, my name's Bob. I'm calling from New York, and it's you were talking about Entourage before, and you know, I know you guys work in TV, and I don't own a TV, but the only time I really catch.
What's wrong? What happened? Why couldn't you get your hands on a TV?
Well,
they sell them everywhere now.
Yeah, I know. I can do without it.
Do you watch movies on your laptop?
Well, not much. But let's get back to my Entourage.
Okay.
It's like the only time I am crossed with the opportunity to watch television is if I'm in a away job at a hotel, and it's inevitable that Entourage is playing at that whatever hour I end up landing. I can't understand who's the demographic that likes to have a half an hour blatantly sucked out of their life. Mm-hmm.
What do you do for entertainment?
Actually, you know what? Last weekend, I think I'm going to start this. Last Saturday night, home, doing nothing, I decided to peruse YouTube. And I found it, I was entertained thoroughly for like an hour and a half, 2 hours at least.
Yeah.
And there's some screwy stuff up there. There's some lame stuff.
Wait, there's weird stuff on YouTube?
Good. Yeah.
Get off my phone. What's next? You're going to teach me about Google? There's a site called YouTube. Now, is that the letter U? Is that T-O-O-B? No. It's just like you and I, Y-O-U, tube. There's some weird stuff up there, though. Ugh. No TV. We're past that age. You put on TV, you're not gonna watch Alice anymore. It's not, oh, what's on? The Jeffersons and Love Boat. Those days are over. There's good stuff on TV. Join us. Jeepers Creepers. FMU, you're on the air.
Hey, Tommy, I had a dog named Soprano at one point.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. It sounds like you're off your meds again. It might be time for a little tweak.
Yeah, I'm off my meds. You got me.
Right.
You got me. I'm
well,
off my meds.
I know your career hasn't exactly got the trajectory that you initially envisioned.
Yeah, you're
right. You
right.
always got a position with the barnacles.
You're
right.
right.
My brother.
My life is not working out the way it was that my life was supposed to work out.
Let me just say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Before you end up in that bungalow out in Hollywood, with some hooker, and you're about ready to pop that last balloon, you give me a ring, 'cause I'll fly right out and I'll pull you right out of that.
You couldn't fly anywhere. You're definitely on some sort of list.
Well, we name everything.
Hey,
and the band vehicle that we got right now, we call the Lunar Module.
Mm-hmm.
The Lunar Module is about 10 shades of purple. It's an old Mercedes, and it's a beauty. And we cruise around in that. I got an old generator down below we call Weezer. It's named Weezer after Weezer McLaren. He gave us a generator back in the 80s.
Okay.
It's seized, unfortunately, so we got to do a number on that and see what happens there. And we'll see what we can do. But I think you might need a little hand tonight, Tommy.
Yeah. You're right, I did need a little help.
Well,
you're right, I'm off my meds, because you know what I was just imagining? Imagining that I kept Captain Jack on the air for more than 2 minutes.
Well, can you put that Worcestershire sauce cat back on?
What?
That Worcestershire cat, that you always put on for 40 minutes or whatever, because I got to go down and grease Weezer. But give me a call during the week, and we'll get together. And
you're going to
we
hang
love
up on
you. You're
me.
a down girl,
I
Tommy.
love this. You have the nerve to tell me when your call ends. That's my fault. That's my fault. I'm driving the bus, and I let you do that for 3 minutes straight, and then, okay, I'm done with this. Shame on me. FMU, you're on the air.
Hi, how's it going? First off, I just gotta say that TV, I'm not one for it, and I just gotta say I don't really like TV. But I'm really calling just to say a story I overheard.
Where are you calling from, champ?
I'm from Gainesville, Georgia.
What's the zip code there?
I don't really know.
Get off my phone. Don't know the zip code to your own town. I'm calling from Gainesville, Georgia. Gainesville, Florida. The worst southern accent I ever heard. Hi, I don't cotton much of television, but I figured I'd just call back a conversation I overheard. I'm calling from Gainesville, Florida. Shameful. Shameful. Of course he didn't have that accent, because you would have never bit on that accent. Although, I don't know, tonight you might have. Yeah, hi, Mike. I'm a guy. I played a goblin in Labyrinth. You know I'm just teasing you, Mike. Nobody is better than associate producer Mike. Final 4 minutes. Do we rule this a W or do we rule this an L? Let's open it up to see what the people have to say. 201-209-9368. W or L? Did we win? Did we lose? You don't even need to screen him, Mike. FMU, you're on the air.
Hey, sorry, I got cut off before.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
FMU, you're on the air.
Hi, I overheard I was the goblin in Labyrinth, and I think
these people are answering what it is. Tonight sounds like a big, fat L. Can't get no traction with these people. Good news, people, though. Just because this show ends doesn't mean you have to stop listening. Evan Funk Davies has 3 hours of music for you to listen to. He's got all kinds of surprises worked up. And he just handed me a note. It says, please tell your weirdest listeners to stay tuned. I have special stuff planned for them all night. FMU, you're on the air.
W.
W, why?
Because the last half hour was awesome.
Oh, you're kind. Thank you. FMU, you're on the air. That's a vote for an L. WFMU, you're on the air.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, who's this?
It's Bob calling you from Memphis.
What's the vote, Bob?
I don't know. I think it might be the first L of the year.
What?
I want to pull for you, Tom. But
how dare you? You get off my phone. Of course this is a W. It was a great show. The idea that somebody would say that this is I was only being humble by saying this was an L. This is a rout. You tell me where you're going to get that. You got Pablo Fantana. We had all kinds of fun stuff tonight. That's just gross. FMU, you're on the air.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, who's this?
My name's Sean.
Sean? W or L?
W.
Thank you. FMU, you're on the air.
Labyrinth was the best movie ever.
Labyrinth was the best movie ever. Man, that poor guy. Labyrinth. How does somebody get into that? Is he like watching movies? All of a sudden he sees this movie. All of a sudden it's like, hey, this movie's really speaking to me. Wow, look at the horrible acting, the terrible puppeteering, the awful costumes. I think this is my movie. Labyrinth. That's just sad. But you know what? We salute the sad here on the show. So that guy, I'm appointing you caller of the evening. The Labyrinth guy, I'm dedicating this show to you, buddy. You did it. Everybody Netflix Labyrinth. The people at Netflix are going to be like, yeah, 30 people asked for Labyrinth. All of a sudden it got onto all these queues now. What's wrong? What happened there? They're like, yeah, 6 months ago we had 15 people put Clifford on their queue out of nowhere. We only have 2 copies of Clifford. They're going to be like, we have 4 copies of Labyrinth. Somebody's got to go down to Best Buy and buy 11 more Labyrinths. WFMU East Orange, WXHD Mount Hope, worldwide on the World Wide Web at WFMU.org. This has been the best show on WFMU. And yes, this was a W. So maybe this wasn't last week. We had Seth Galifianakis. Everyone can't be a blowout. But it was fun, right? Did you have fun tonight, Mike? See? And he didn't even see Labyrinth. So please stay tuned. Evan wanted me to read this also. He says he's going to be doing, later in his program, a tribute to the movie Labyrinth. So I guess free poster giveaway. He said there's going to be a Labyrinth poster that he's going to give away during the show when you hear the song Underground played by David Bowie. So stay tuned for that. WFMU East Orange, WXHG Mount Hope, World Wide Web, WFMU.org. Friends of Tom. That's where it goes down. We will be back next week. Stay tuned for Evan.